want to prove, ito po yung rules kasi, if they want to prove bad moral character, that can be objectionable. Kasi parang ang tingin ko, ipipresent nila yung sheriff, yung ginawa nila para to prove yung bad moral character ni BP Inday. That is not allowed. Meron pong proceedings or rules on how to object on that. Because you have to, aside from that, you have also to contain only on the allegations stated in the articles of impeachment. Outside than that, that is objectionable.
Nasa linya po ng ating komunikasyon ngayong umaga si Attorney Raymond Batu, Legal Counsel po ng DDSR All Confederation. Attorney, magandang umaga po. Jade at Admar po ang inyong mga kasama. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Magandang araw, Jade and Admar.
Opo, Attorney, kabilang po sa ipipresenta daw ng prosecution, House Prosecution Panel, kaugnay nga po dito sa impeachment case ni VP Sara, ay itong si Mary Grace Piatos at maging ang kanyang sheriff na sinasabing itong dalawa, Attorney, ano bang masasabi po ninyo dito?
Well, in the case of Mary Grace Piatos, is that is a confidential informant, no? And therefore, there is a problem if that person attends, no? And actually, ito yung tatawag na parang sa social media, parang clickbait nila ba? If she doesn't attend a certain Mary Grace Piatos, then hindi para talaga siya existing. So, ibig sabihin, may kasalanan dahil na-misuse yung confidential funds. But actually, as I understand, Mary Grace Piatos is a real person, pero pseudonym lang niya yun because nga as a confidential informant, hindi nila dapat sabihin ang tunay na pangalan. Now, the risk here is that if that person will be presented, no, the real person behind the name of Mary Grace Piatos, that would be dangerous. Marami na pong mga incidents na yung mga confidential informants, may nangyaring pinapatay po, tapos ginagawa ng paraan na likidahin at hanapin, no? So, that would be very dangerous. I do not know, and you know for a fact that sino po interested talaga malaman ito sa kanila. Yung mga confidential informants na ito is of course yung side na interested na pinoprotektahan po yung activism at saka pag-recruit ng mga bataan para dalhin sa mountains, no? And on the part of the other one, yung si sheriff, I think it is irrelevant po, no? Kasi hindi man yan siya ang part sa articles of impeachment. Ala man siyang connection sa allegedly sinabi ni BP Inday Sara about this threatening a high public official, no? That is not, if they want to prove, ito po yung rules kasi, if they want to prove bad moral character, that can be objectionable. Kasi parang ang tingin ko, ipipresent nila yung sheriff, yung ginawa nila para to prove yung bad moral character ni BP Inday. That is not allowed. Meron pong proceedings or rules on how to object on that. Because you have to, aside from that, you have also to contain only on the allegations stated in the articles of impeachment. Outside than that is objectionable.
Opo, para lang sa kaalaman ng ating mga kababayan, yung layunin po ng prosecution kung bakit po nila isinama yung sheriff na yon ay para po ito sa ilalim ng 4th Article of Impeachment na may kaugnay nga sa alegasyon na pagbabanta at destabilisasyon laban kay Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. At gagamitin po nila itong ng prosecution, yung testimonya daw ni Andres o yung sheriff na yan upang patunayan na si VP Sara ay may tendency to inflict violence o yung tinatawag na kaugaliang gumamit po ng karahasan, Attorney.
Yes po. Yan po yung talaga yung tinatawag natin, they are proving a bad moral character, no? Under the rules of evidence, that is objectionable kasi you cannot, unless kasi po that the other party or si VP Sara is alleging that she is a good person, that she has not done that, in order to impeach it, pwede nila i-present yung sheriff din to prove yung tendencies, no? But aside from that, of course, that is one. And aside from that, of course, is the fact that that is not relevant to the main issue on the Article 4, no? Yung the fourth Articles of Impeachment complaint. Now, I think, and the moment that they will say, Your Honor, we are ready with our witness and we are presenting the sheriff, the purpose of the testimonies are as follows. Magtatanong man yung impeachment court, any comment or objection, we object to the presentation of this witness because his testimony will be irrelevant, Your Honor, and not included in the article of impeachment number 4. So magro-rule po ang Senate niyan. So that is an issue whether or not to allow this person to testify. Kasi irrelevant po talaga eh. Wala talaga siyang connection dito sa pinagsasampa ng mga kaso sa kanya.
Kasi tinutukoy nila itong si Abe Andres na court sheriff noon na sinuntok ni VP Sara noong Hulyo ng taong 2011 nang siya pa'y mayor pa. Mayor ha, hindi po vice presidente,
Yes.
si vice president sa Davao City. At kung aalamin mo, nangyari po yung panununtok dahil nga o matapos nga ituloy yung demolisyon sa kabila po ng hiling ng alkalde na magkaroon ng palugit ng 2 oras, attorney. So ang tanong ng ilan, impeachable ba ang panununtok kahit nasa taong 2011 pa yung nangyari at hindi vice presidente, mayor pa lamang po noong panahon na yon si si Sara Duterte?
Alam mo, Jade, alam ko yan eh. Because I was there at that time and alam ko ang whole story about that, no? The VP Inday Sara was just the mayor that time was only asking to delay because she's going to talk to the people na meron ng court order, final na ito, you have to leave and everything. Hindi makatiis, no? Yung sheriff na yun because there was a directive from the judge kasi that say, sige, talaga ituloy yan siya and everything. So, nagkagulo kasi, may nagkasakita, doon siya nagalit eh. You know, when it involves the masses, yung mga pobre, talagang very passionate po si BP Inday niyan to protect them. Well, it is true that probably the processes they have to live. But all she wanted that time was to make it peaceful because if she will be there, susunod yun sa kanya yung mga tao eh. Sabihin na, okay, dahan-dahan tayo, maglipat tayo, tapos mapakiusapan at magawa ng paraan. Now, with respect to your question on whether or not this is a matter that is part of the impeachment complaint, of course not. Because alam mo po, pag meron po tayong articles of impeachment at nakasaad po doon sa 4, no, na 4 corners of that articles of impeachment na ang nirereklamo is yung alleged threat against the President BBM, no? Doon na po tayo mag-confine. Any in all matters that happened before, after, or not relevant to that case is not allowed. Now, the only thing that I see is that if ang defense po ni BP Inday Sara on that particular impeachment is saying that I'm a good person, I haven't done that before, she will prove her good moral character, then the prosecution may present evidence to prove her bad moral character. Yun po ang point no, para lang somehow may tendency. Pero without which, na sila-sila lang ang gagawa noong presentation ng sheriff is that is a case that is objectionable. Hindi po yan siya papayagan. So yun po ang rules. No? Medyo technical yung rules and evidence. Now, what I see here, Jade, is that this is actually optics. Ako, aking sinusubaybayan itong ginagawa nila. Starting from the ABP of the prosecution, yung naglalakad sila na nagtataka ako, akala ko parang sinihan ito, ano ba nangyayari, itong marcha-marcha pa. Number 2, yung kanilang optics na aawayin nila, tunog lata, mga and everything, no? And number 3, ito na naman ngayon, no? They are going to present witnesses na parang somehow na magkiliti sa utak ng mga tao. These are all manipulation of the mind. And these are all optics. It always now confirm my thinking that indeed their evidence is are actually weak.
Parang nagkakaroon po ng trial by publicity na, attorney.
Exactly. That is what I am trying to say. You found the right words, Jade.
Opo, doon kay Mary Grace Piatos, para na rin sa kaalaman ng ating mga kababayan, bakit nasama po nila itong Mary Grace Piatos na ito ay para po doon, sa maling paggamit ng 612.5 million pesos na confidential funds ng Office of the Vice President at ng Department of Education. At ayon nga, nitong si House Prosecutor at Representative Terry Ridon, ang pagpapatunay daw, yung sa pagiging totoo o kathang-isip lamang ng pangalang ito ang magsisilbing matibay na ebidensya kung nagkakaroon ho ba ng korupsyon o peking resibo. Kung maalala po natin, itong si Mary Grace Piatos, doon sa investigasyon po ng Kamara noong 2024, lumitaw po ito dahil ito raw yung baga pumipirma o lumalagda po sa mga acknowledgement receipt ng pagtanggap ng confidential funds. Attorney.
Well, as I understand is that ganito po yan. There is a certain Mary Grace Piatos, pero pseudonym ang ginamit niya. It is a real person because she accepts money. And I believe that this person is a confidential informant under sa DepEd noon. Okay, let's go back. First is that we know for a fact that the confidential funds given to the DepEd kay Vice President Sara noon, hindi po yun requested but given from the funds ng presidente. Okay, share yan sa'yo. Tapos binigay, malapit na, 11 days lang maubos. No? So, we know that fact. Now, bakit po merong kailangan na investigate or magkaroon ng intelligence sa mga eskwelahan? Because, number one, alam po natin na yung po mga bata, lalo sa mga state universities, nare-recruit po para po pumunta sa bundok ng mga NPA, para maging NPA. We have seen yung 19 na namatay and other mga children na mga bata, no? I will not say children, mga bata pa, mura pa ang pag-iisip. Kasi yan po yung mga bata na yan kasi ang kanilang silakbo ng damdamin malakas, no? And kanilang sense of maturity hindi pa po ganap, no? So ibig sabihin, yun po ang kanilang i-manipulate, ito pong grupo ng mga NPA, and then they will recruit them and bring them to the mountains. Kaya nga, nangyari, maraming mamatay. So, I believe that one of the reasons for this confidential funds is to infiltrate this, no? Hanapin, magkaroon ka anong nangyari so that the government could prevent this from happening. Now, we have seen the Tacloban incident. And we know of a fact that needed din part of that, if the DepEd has a confidential funds on this purpose, could be used and utilized, no? Not only to gather information through yung mga confidential informants, but to stretch the intelligence networks to determine and prevent this kind of issue. So, ibig sabihin po, correct po yan. Allowed po talaga dapat yan, no? Kasi the president himself, kung siya magawa, pwede man. Ang ginawa lang niya, dinelegate lang niya doon kay BP. Nagkataon kasi siya ang DepEd Secretary. But he has that confidential funds to do that, no? To give it to hanapin niya doon para pasukin yung mga sa DepEd or sa mga schools and everything, no? So what I'm trying to say is that this person na kung tumatanggap po, siya po yung nabibigyan ng information, siya po yung nakakaalam po kung anong nangyayari, tapos nakaka-provide siya ng magagandang mga intelligence para ma-prevent yung mga ganitong bagay, kailangan magamit po siya ng pseudonym, yung hindi totoong pangalan. So sa gayon po, maprotektahan din. Tsaka kasi pag malaman po ito totoong pangalan niya at mag-leak, pwede po nga siyang ipapatay or ihahunting nitong mga grupo ng NPA na naapektahan sa kanyang mga confidential information. And tingnan po ninyo, sino po ang mga interested na talagang malaman kung sino to siya. Yun pong member ng Makabayan Blocks na mayroon pong alignment doon sa armed conflict, no? So, like Terry Ridon, he is a Makabayan, no? And he is part of this group, no, na kung nag-advocate o parang nag-affiliate, no, doon sa armed conflict. So, yun ang aking nakita, no, na parang the main reason kung bakit na-represent. Mali yung term na advocate, no? Ang meaning ko sa yung parang nakalin po doon. Nakalin po sa ganyang causes.
Pero sa isang impeachment proceedings, attorney, mas mahalaga ho ba yung dami po ng mga ebidensya o yung kredibilidad at lakas ng testigo po o ebidensya?
No, actually, yung mga evidence na marami is because kagawan din nila, kagagawan because they claim about this unexplained wealth, misuse. Marami talagang mga kumbaga documentary evidence not necessary na dapat malaman. But with respect to your question, kung paramihan ba ng ebidensya is mananalo ka? No. The relevance of that evidence will be important, no? And ibig sabihin po ng relevance, yung connection po talaga na magpatotoo sa kanilang mga allegation. It must be a direct and real evidence to prove the fact that indeed there was a commission of an offense or wrong by the Vice President. Because otherwise, kahit anong kapal po ng ebidensya mo, kung wala naman yan siyang relasyon, no? Ito we talk about both the prosecution and defense. Kung wala naman siyang relasyon sa nirereklamo po, hindi po yan siya papayagan. The rule is that, remember, is that kung ano lang po yung inaakusa, doon lang po iikot ang ebidensya at testimonya against BP Inday Sara. Kasi due process dictates that yun lang din kasi ang sinagot niya. Now, if you will introduce evidence outside that would be objectionable or violation of due process and the rules on presentation of evidence, no, under the rules on evidence. So, ibig sabihin, objectionable siya. So, alam po namin yan, the lawyers are that we are just contained, no, with respect to those matters that we can prove doon sa aming allegation. Pag sinabi naming ikaw ay, yan siya ay hindi maganda, diyan lang po kami mag-ikot sa story niyan. We cannot discuss and bringing other people or other matters that are not included in that particular allegation or accusation against that person.
At parang optics na rin, nakikita, may tuturing nyo bang
Yes.
daming ebidensya na ito, attorney?
Yes. Yun po yan ang aking point na advance always, Jade, is that optics po ito. Marami silang mga ebidensya, marami silang ingay sa labas, marami silang optics sa ABP nila ginagawa. Now, they create a situation wherein yung mga names na mga parang controversial, no? And they also talk to the press, no? When should have been, meron silang gag order, meron na silang spokesperson. No? Redon is talking when he is a prosecutor, hindi siya dapat na may spokesperson. So, ibig sabihin, hindi sila makatiis ba na magtulungan nilang optics. Sa akin talaga nito, Jade, because they know that their evidence is weak. So, gusto nila i-paint, no? That we have given all and our evidence is strong, kaya lang talagang natalo kami. Hindi naman talaga weak. Para meron na po silang advanced na defense later on if they will be questioned kung bakit na natalo sila sa kaso.
At kung magkakaroon ho ng inconsistency o pagka-irrelevant yun sa mga ebidensya at testigong ipepresenta, attorney, paano po yan makakapit o gaano ho yung magiging epekto, kalaki yung epekto po niyan doon sa panig ng prosekusyon?
Yes po, because if that particular evidence nila or yung testimony nila, yun ang kanilang sinasandigan and it is a huge chunk, no? Malaki po yan siya sinasandigan nila para mapatotoo ang allegation or akusasyon. Tapos hindi ma-allow ma-testify or ma-present dahil irrelevant siya sa kaso. That would be disastrous for the prosecution or even the defense, no, for that matter. Kasi you have to, when you rely on the strength of your evidence, katulad dito prosecution, dapat sila mag-rely sa kanila evidence, hindi sila dapat makisali doon sa evidence ng defense, no? Although meron silang common exhibits or defense, but ang point yan is that if that evidence, kasi pag magpe-presenta ka ng evidence, kailangan meron purong testimonial evidence to support it also, unless it was already stipulated as admitted, no? Pero kung hindi, you have to present. Now, if that person who will try to explain or verify or authenticate that piece of real evidence o yung documentary evidence will not be allowed to testify dahil nga irrelevant, etc., then therefore that would be a great problem for the prosecution because yung kanilang pong yan lang pinangsandigan nila, hindi nila ma-prove, madidismiss at matatalo sila dyan.
Bago ko lang ipasa kay partner Admar, sa tingin po ninyo, kung matutuloy o talagang ipipilit na ipresenta itong kanilang mga testigo o mga ebidensya, maaari ho bang maging pabor po yan sa depensa kung sakaling mabuksan po nila ang kahinaan po ng mga testigong ito?
Yes po, pabor po talaga yan, no? And then this is where the problem comes in. If the Senate Impeachment Court will rule na no, we have to hear that. That is the problem now, because despite the objection of the defense and the Senate Impeachment Court after caucus or after siyempre magmi-meet sila, ano allow ba na to, hindi to, tapos kunyari na overcome ang nag-object na hindi dapat, tapos sabihin ng majority, o sige, hindi, kailangan makinig namin. That's where the problem come in. Kasi sa rules, regular rules po namin, we could manifest that, Your Honor, we will we maintain our objection and subject to our appeal. Ang problema kasi sa impeachment court, wala na pong subject to appeal, no? And that is final, no? And of course, in the cases only of super grave abuse, no, wherein the Supreme Court intervened, but that would take a long time, tapos na ang issues, no. So what I'm trying to say is that is very, very important. Kaya nga, I always suggest and I always think that dapat po talaga ang impeachment proceeding should be publicized, no, so that, because it is not just the day will rule on it, the people should also watch on how this is being run upon or being presided upon by the Senate impeachment senator judges.
Attorney, maayong buntag, si Admar po ito.
Admar, may buntag.
Opo, yung sheriff ba, pwede ba siyang tumanggi? Halimbawa, kasi hihilingin siya na maging witness. Pwede ba siyang tumanggi? Ayaw niya maging witness at lumahok dito sa impeachment?
Well, yes, but he will be subpoenaed. Baka hingian ng order of arrest for that testifying, no? But at the end of the day, if he goes to court and says that I do not want to speak, hindi nila mapipilit. No. Pero yung to appear kasi, if he has a subpoena ad testificandum, yung subpoena to testify, he cannot defy that order. But yung mag-oppose witness stand and doesn't want to talk about it, that is his right. Okay, iba po yung pag-appear to be a witness, pero kung magsalita at ayaw niya magsalita, that's another thing.
Opo, kung ganito po yung kanilang logic po, attorney, bakit hindi rin po ipatawag na lang ng House Prosecution dito naman sa patungkol kay Mary Grace Piatos na may kaugnayan dun sa sheriff din, yung ibang mga ahensya ng gobyerno na gumagamit ng intelligence fund o di kaya yung non-confidential funds, kung paano din nila ginamit. Kasi sa pagkakaalam natin, kaya ganito yung naging patakaran, kasi hindi basta-basta na naibubulgar yung pangalan. Sa pangalan pa nga, confidential fund. Attorney, ano masasabi mo?
That is how I like the way you think kasi, Admar. Ha? Tama yan. If they want to be yung, gusto nila irrelevant na mga bagay, hindi mag-irrelevant na tayong lahat. Kaya nga, we cannot do that. Actually, unfortunately, as much as we want to. Why? Because they are not part of the proceedings. And the prosecution is attempting to do that, no? But, that will not be allowed and that will be objectionable. Because those are matters na nangyari po na hindi naman siya vice president, no? So, tama yung observation mo. Sige, ganun. Sige, ganun pala. Sabihin ng defense, sige, ipatawag ko lahat yung may mga confidential, yung chief ng AFP, si BPM, ipatawag ko as witness ko, something like that. Di ba magulo na, di ba? Irrelevant. So, kaya nga meron tayong rule wherein the rule on relevancy of a certain evidence. Now, the Senate Impeachment Court is given the authority as the presiding officers to rule upon its allowance or disallowance. So, ibig sabihin, hindi yan pwede. Wala naman yung kasali yan eh. Ano ba purpose ninyo? Kasi normally kasi pag magpapresent ka na witness, sasabihin mo yun doon sa Senate Impeachment Court. No? Hindi normally, that is the rule talaga na, Your Honor, the testimony of the witness is being offered to prove the following. Number one, that the Vice President has a tendency to do this, etc. Any comment, the defense, Your Honor, what is the relevance of this testimony of this person when in fact the issue is about the threat and everything. And in fact, we haven't offered evidence of good faith on the part of the defense. And now they are proving immediately a bad faith. Para mga technical terms na lang yun, no? But of course, I think the Senate Impeachment Court, I believe, no, hindi talaga yan siya ipatetestify kasi wala man niyang connection. However, ngayon pa lang, ang prosecution, nag-create na sila ng optics, Admar. Di ba? Klaro masyado yung ginagawa na optics na para gisingin ulit yung nakalimutan na pangyayari and condition the mind of the people. Magaling talaga ito sila manipulate ng mind ng mga tao.
Opo. Doon naman po sa issue po ng mga resibo na nasa box na hindi pa alam kung ano talaga yung laman o datos noon. Maaari magawing ebidensya kahit hindi mo alam kung ano yung laman doon at maaari bang ipagpilitan sa clerk of court pa lamang na gagawin ko tong ebidensya, pamamarkahan ko ito sa kabila po ng may mga batas ukol nga po dito, attorney?
Hindi po. Actually, the only forum that could have it opened, it would be the impeachment court because it will be stated on the level of the clerk, no, to open it. I would think that that would not be allowable kasi the contents of which should have been known later on at the time to sa impeachment proceedings. Now, whether it is favorable sa kanila o hindi, yun ang kuyaw. Ayun ang delikado. It's because maybe if it is indeed damaging, tapos sabihin, ay, hindi na namin ipipresent ito kasi damaging pala. O, di ba? Ay, yun ang problema kapag sanay kayo sa tinatawag na fishing expedition.
Opo. Dito naman po sa ito bang petisyon sa Korte Suprema ay nananatiling buhay at maaari pa rin na magpatigil dito sa impeachment proceeding na ngayon ay nasa Senado na?
Okay. Magandang tanong na naman yan. Kasi may pending petition nga, no? Yan yung actions ng COJ. Doon sa the time na they conducted mini trial and hanggang ngayon hindi pa na-rule upon. Now, alam mo, there are matters na I am keeping my mouth shut sana, pero I want to say na it is possible kasi na before mag-conduct ng trial proper, it is possible that those matters that number one, yung grounds for dismissal, yung motions to dismiss by the presented by the defense should be ruled upon first, no? Which can be ruled without even presenting evidence, no? And side that, pwede rin sabihin ng impeachment court dahil merong pending na petition to determine the validity of the proceedings at the Commission on Justice level is antay natin kasi relying on the case of Duterte versus House of Representatives, yung first case no na dismiss yung mga impeachment cases against BP Inday is that the Supreme Court kasi said that pag void po yung proceedings doon sa Committee on Justice, void ang articles of impeachment, that there is no basis for the Senate court to assume jurisdiction kasi wala kang pwedeng i-hear kapag void, no? So I think that the defense here is questioning the evidence that were obtained by the Committee on Justice at the time that they conducted the alleged mini trial, no? Kasi marami po silang mga evidence doon na nag-gather at na-acquire at dinagdag na hindi po kasali doon sa articles of sa impeachment complaint kasi nagdagdag at nagkuha, no? Although di na justify ng prosecution na dapat yun because necessary in order to know, no? But ang on the part naman din kasi ng defense sinasabi, hindi, dapat kasi yung nag-akusa, yung mga complainants should have provided that a long time ago or attach it already on the impeachment complaints. Kasi kung hindi na-attach yan, tapos kayo ang nagkukuha niyan, then therefore, it is clearly na ang role ng Committee on Justice that time, accusatorial na. Hindi na investigative, no? Hindi na investigatorial. No? So ibig sabihin, that can be objected na parang sila na ang complainant, which is that's why yung proceedings nila as well as the evidence obtained, additional evidence obtained are all tainted and therefore inadmissible in evidence. Kung inadmissible po sila at yun ang basis sa articles of impeachment, void ang articles of impeachment, then therefore, the Senate Impeachment Court should not take cognizance of these articles of impeachment. Parang ganon, no? Yun ang naintindihan ko na possible na mangyayari.
Opo, huli na lamang po para sa kapakanan ng ating mga kababayan. Bakit
Yes.
po, o ano ba ang dahilan kung bakit 2/3 ang napili ng mga framers ng 1987 Constitution para ma-convict yung isang ini-impeach at bakit hindi ginamit nila yung majority of all members ng mga senador at kailangan ang super majority, attorney?
Because the framers know na it is possible na i-abuse po itong pong impeachment proceedings because remember that it is not only legal but political. But if the purpose is really to remove a impeachable official by reason of political affiliations or that he or she is a political enemy, that is where the Constitution protects. No, kailangan ng super majority vote na 2/3 no of these all members of the Senate. Take note that kaya po yan talaga meron tayong impeachment proceeding that is reserved for offenses or sins or crimes that is so culpable that you cannot imagine that that particular person could have done it and therefore she should be removed in office. These impeachment proceedings could not be used as a tool for political persecution. That is why they need a protection from the Constitution. That is why the supermajority of 2/3 votes is there to place so that this will not be used as a tool for political persecution.
Alright. Attorney, maraming salamat. Daghang salamat sa inyo pong oras at sa pagbibigay po ninyo ng impormasyon ngayong umaga. Good morning po sa inyo.
Good morning, Jade, and good morning po, Admar. Maraming salamat po sa pagkakataon.
Ayan po mga kababayan, si Attorney Raymond Batuy sa pong legal counsel ng DDSR All Confederation.